Yo buddy, what's going on my fellow gamers? My name is VeteranX and today we're just going to have a little chat about the new MEW EX card. So I think MEW EX is going to make an incredible impact on the meta, and this card might see use in every single deck. Like seriously, I don't see a reason why some decks wouldn't try to tech in Mew or have their whole strategy centered around this card. I think right now with all the cards that we've seen so far, I think MEW2 is going to benefit the most from Mew, and Mew provides an insane buff to this deck already. So most MEW2 decks, they tech in their baby MEW2 option. You know, since it's a basic Pokemon, it has high HP, it can take a couple hits, right? But with Mew, this can actually be a part of the play style now. So now you have something that you can actually build into, and you can use this as an actual threat against your opponent instead of just a Pokemon that's sitting up there just literally absorbing damage and trying to stall out turns. Mew is a direct upgrade to baby MEW2 in every form. It has more HP than baby MEW2. It has a lower retreat cost, which is extremely important, and its signature move only requires 3 energy when compared to baby MEW2's ridiculous 4. Mew brings an interesting dynamic to the meta. So when your opponent sees that you're playing Mew, they're going to want to avoid playing their strongest Pokemon if it's not advantageous to them. So that leaves them in a very interesting scenario. So you could either try to stall out your opponent with Mew, or you could use MEW2 just to dish out big ass damage and just knock them out anyway. So it's going to be an interesting dynamic when these two cards are combined. And honestly, unless we see something that's also meta shifting within the rest of this pack, I don't think MEW2 is going to be leaving from his top spot. Because at the end of the day, MEW2 still does 150 damage, which is a lot, and Mew will be able to copy your opponent's strongest Pokemon. These are two facts, and unless something can truly counter it, this is going to be the new norm. You better get used to it. You're going to see Mew and MEW2 comps all over. And on the screen here, I have a sample deck list to run with MEW2. So you got the standard build, right, the 2-2-2 comp. And also we have the full draw power of Pokeball and Professor's Research. We have 1 copy of Leaf, and it's funny that we got this placeholder card right now. And what this card does, it's used to make an emergency swap for MEW2 EX or Gardevoir. And remember, Leaf is a supporter card, so that will block you from using your other cards such as Sabrina, Blue, and Giovanni. We're running 2 copies of Sabrina because that's still the most all-around overall best card in the entire game. And we're running 2 copies of Blue because this card just helps bring durability, especially in the early game. Let's say you got Ralts out there in the active zone and you know it's kind of frail. That low 60 HP, yeah, that's not a lot of HP to be dealing with. So Blue can help it tank just a little bit of extra hits, and if you could get that extra turn off, that could be the difference between you getting your Gardevoir online or you losing the game. So Blue will be an amazing addition to many decks, not even just this one. Look at my dog, he's up here with me. Hey, what's up, sports? Say what's up to the camera, baby. Yeah, that's my boy right here. Yeah, just out here recording another video, my man. And here's the thing about how Mew's attack works. So Genome Hacking straight up copies whatever their attack is, right? So if it copies Charizard move, it says discard 2 fire energy from this Pokemon. So what's going to happen is Mew is going to use this move. The game is going to check and see that Mew has fire energy attached to it. If it does, then they'll discard it. If it doesn't, then it's still going to attack with Crimson Storm. So if there was some text added within Crimson Storm that said discard 2 energy from this Pokemon, or this attack does nothing, then in that case Mew would not be able to get an attack off because it doesn't have any fire energy to discard. And I know if this sounds a little confusing, but this is something that TCG and all kinds of trading card games, they have rulings and all kinds of exemptions and all these things for as well. So my good friend Undead, who runs the amazing Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links channel, Team 6K, he caught me up to speed with the rulings on this. You guys really need to go subscribe to him. He makes amazing Duel Links content. He will also be dropping some Pokemon Pocket content in the future. So shout out to my boy Undead. So what if MEW EX copies Genome Hacking from your opponent's Mew? Like, what would happen? Would it just be caught in a loop and it just keeps copying the same attack over and over and over again? Ooh, now that might be something. But in all honesty, I'm pretty sure that the devs probably have thought about that, right? So the attack will probably do nothing if you were to try to copy Genome Hacking. I'm not going to try it because if a match is on the line and I mess around and I do some dumb crap like that and I freaking lose, ooh, I'm going to be salty. So someone else, when these cards drop, let me know how that works. So just like I mentioned before, maybe some other cards within the pack can really shake up the meta. I'm very interested to see what the Pidgeot EX card is going to look like and what the Celebi EX card is going to look like, because Celebi EX could elevate grass type Pokemon to new heights depending on what abilities and attacks and things that it can provide. Maybe that could be the next meta contender. And just right now with this conversation we're having, I've been thinking of all kinds of other ideas that you can run with Mew as well, and they're just really amazing. And I can't wait till we finally get our hands on these cards so we can start playtesting them and see the data to back up to see like, hey, what can this thing really do? How these matchups are going to look like? What are the counters? What are the things that don't work against it? And so on and so forth. Oh my goodness, it's going to be a fun time indeed. And if you want to see other Pokemon Pocket content, then check out these videos right here on the screen. I have a lot of in-depth Pokemon Pocket content across my channel, and I like bringing hype and energy to my videos, and I think you might enjoy them too. And now, with all of that out of the way, get out there and let's go play some freaking video games.